Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k17 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. Great to have you guys here tonight for Smackdown Live. If you are currently enjoying the Universe Mode series, make sure you subscribe and leave a like. Let's smash this like button as we get ready to kick off tonight's Smackdown with a big fatal four-way match. It is going to help determine who will be the man to face Neville for the Intercontinental Championship. So we kick things off with Alberto Del Rio, as he'll start off tonight's show and be the first participant of our Fatal 4-Way. We finally updated the arena. I know a lot of you guys have been saying, Brendan, please update the arenas. I forgot to do it for the previous episode. Next episode of Raw will be updated as well. So we have updated the SmackDown Raw arenas. Now, I know they may not be perfect. I know they may not be brilliant, but it's all that's available right now. This is the best that's available right now. As better arenas come, I will update and make it better. So just bear with me for now. This is all we've got. So here we go, Alberto Del Rio. He'll be up against three other superstars to try and get himself an opportunity at that championship that Neville currently possesses, the Intercontinental Championship. Cesaro had an opportunity a couple of weeks ago. He missed out. Del Rio hasn't had the wins he would have liked, but he gets a chance tonight regardless. And also this man, the Big Show. Well, former World Heavyweight Champion here in Universe Mode. Former Tag Team Champion as well. Yet to be Intercontinental Champion. So we'll see how the Big Show goes here tonight, searching for a victory himself. Got a win over Dean Ambrose not too long ago, so Big Show will be pretty confident and happy about that. Looking to build some momentum off that win and perhaps turn it into a championship if he can beat Neville. I tell you what, if Big Show wins and gets himself this opportunity at Neville, I would be betting money on the Big Show to win. You just look at the size of the Big Show, you compare it to Neville, there's really no way that Neville can beat the Big Show, right? Stranger things have happened though, and Neville, well, he's fought some of the biggest and baddest, including the likes of Braun Strowman and Sheamus, so he's used to fighting superstars much, much bigger than him, and for the most part, comes away the better man. We spoke about Cesaro a moment ago, and here he is! Cesaro, he's been building the victories over the last number of weeks, had an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship just before TLC. Did not win. Neville managed to beat him with the red arrow. Cesaro looks to bounce back here tonight. Potentially could set himself up for another opportunity at that championship. He was recently on Raw, came to SmackDown from the Survivor Series draft, and has already made a pretty good impact since coming over. Looks to try and cap it off here tonight. The final man is this man, Baron Corbin. Arriving to SmackDown, he just recently signed a deal with SmackDown after moving up from NXT. Baron Corbin makes his SmackDown appearance here tonight. He finally gets an opportunity on the main roster. You go back to Baron Corbin at NXT TakeOver, our last event for NXT before we ended right there. Baron Corbin had a match against Kota Ibushi. And if Baron Corbin won, he would have earned himself an opportunity to move up to the main roster and sign with either Raw or SmackDown. A poll went up on the website BrendenPlayz.com with the choice of either Raw or SmackDown. Your vote decided where Baron Corbin would end up, and it was an absolute landslide. Majority of the vote went to SmackDown, and Baron Corbin has arrived, and he gets himself a shot here tonight at potentially becoming the #1 contender right away for this Intercontinental Championship. A big, big night indeed for Baron Corbin. Can he make the most of it? Can he turn this special occasion into a #1 contendership's position? Here we go. Cesaro, Big Show, Del Rio, and Corbin. Fatal 4-Way. The winner meets Neville at the Royal Rumble. And straight away, Del Rio heads to the outside, wants no part, and wants a weapon. Maybe smart thinking from Del Rio. Try and get a weapon that's going to give him the upper hand and the advantage early on. Swung with a sledgehammer. He missed, though, as Big Show and Cesaro battle the way to the outside as well. Corbin has Del Rio by the throat, but Del Rio able to break free. Well, Neville's been a fighting champion, recently won the title from Sheamus, becoming a two-time Intercontinental champion, obviously defending it against Cesaro as well. So Neville's done very, very well for himself, and he's going to be very, very tough to beat. What we've known from Neville, if you are new to the series, is that Neville is a guy who just cannot be beaten. He can take an onslaught of damage, the best maneuvers you can possibly think of. He can receive that, and he can find a way to kick out. You go back to when Neville won back the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series. He versed Sheamus. He kicked out of bro kicks. He kicked out of high crosses. He kicked out of white noises. He kicked out of literally everything to win back the championship that he lost to Sheamus only a short period of time before. So Neville is incredibly difficult to beat. Cesaro learned that firsthand when he was unsuccessful in winning the championship before TLC. We'll see how one of these men go against Neville at the Rumble. And I guess the losers of this match can look forward to the Royal Rumble anyways. They'll all be a part of the Royal Rumble match, we assume. So that's plenty to look forward to. But hey, you win the IC Championship, you go on to win the Royal Rumble as well, and you go on to main event WrestleMania. There's nothing wrong with that. And all four of these guys would love the opportunity. Big Show and Del Rio have actually had their battles throughout the past in Universe mode, as Corbin flies off the second. Big Show and Del Rio, you go all the way back to the beginning of Universe mode, where they had an Extreme Rules match at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view in year number 1. We're currently in year number 4 of Universe mode. Well, in year number 1, they had a match, and it was at Extreme Rules, a bloody match, and they had a few more after that as well. It's actually had some classics. Some of the earlier better matches in Universe mode was Del Rio and the Big Show, and so it's only fitting they meet again here tonight, get another opportunity to go in the ring. They haven't really seen too much of each other so far. Big Show's been dealing with Cesaro, Del Rio with Corbin. Cesaro now perhaps looking to take Del Rio off the top here. What's he got planned? He might be going for an avalanche gut-wrench suplex. He's going for it and connects. Cesaro launches Del Rio off the top. Del Rio rolls out of the ring. He's in real trouble. Big Show now. Oh, don't tell me he's going off the top. Big Show off the top of the rope. Oh, yes, a side slam. An avalanche side slam. We are having an absolute avalanche here. It is an avalanche-a-thon. Everyone going off the top rope. Big Show and Cesaro, the last two men standing. Del Rio looks as though he's okay. So is Corbin. Both back in the ring. Big Show now. Great strength there by the Big Show. Cesaro sent out as well as Del Rio. Corbin now has the sledgehammer. Watch out. Doing a bit of a jig and a jive as well as he tries to get back in the ring. Big Show's coming now. Oh, and a shot right to the gut there by the Big Show. And just takes down Corbin for good measure. Big Show. His legs wrapped and all. Corbin takes Big Show off his feet. But Big Show, well, that's the quickest I've ever seen the Big Show get back up to his feet. He was up, but straight away back down thanks to Del Rio, who's now working away on Baron Corbin. Cesaro back in the action here. Double foot stomp there by Del Rio. Cesaro actually wanted to get over to Big Show, but Del Rio actually had other ideas and grabs a hold of Cesaro and takes him down. Big Show. The spotlight is on him, probably the way he likes to have it. Not sure where he's going. Del Rio's joining him. Probably not a good decision by Del Rio. I think the Big Show forgot where the ring was for a moment there, but he's okay. He's figured it out. He had to go straight, not backwards, and spin around. As now Baron Corbin still after Del Rio. Big Show's got Cesaro, and now the knee right into the back and the kidneys of Cesaro. That is one big leg. Those tree trunk-like legs driving into your body. That is gonna hurt. Big Show now with the other big man in the match, Baron Corbin. Two men who size each other up nicely. But Cesaro going to try and shut that down. Oh, went for the leg sweep. Big Show fell off his feet. Well, not the way that Cesaro intended, as Baron Corbin got in the way. Obviously, no DQ and no countouts in this matchup. The winner faces Neville at the Rumble. Big Show taken out by Cesaro. Corbin with Del Rio. Corbin's now trying to get Del Rio towards the ring, but unfortunately for him... Oh, Del Rio with a snap suplex. Well, Corbin couldn't get Del Rio through. Del Rio got caught up there between Cesaro and Big Show. Now Cesaro, he has big ideas for the Big Show, but Del Rio gets in the way and hits a DDT. Big Show is stunned. Now he's set in the corner. Del Rio is going to follow as we get the action back in the ring here. Del Rio now drives Big Show into the other turnbuckle as Corbin and Cesaro go as Del Rio with an enziguri. I think he got a lot of it. Not sure if he got all of it, but enough to keep the Big Show dazed. And there's some nice agility and athleticism there by Del Rio, flying off the top and connects on the Big Show. Nicely done. Del Rio showing his full repertoire of maneuvers right now. As Cesaro and Baron Corbin They're still battling away to the outside right now. Cesaro has Corbin. He's going to bring him in the ring now. Well, with Cesaro, he's actually had a huge problem with a lot of newcomers that have come in. It's no surprise that he and Corbin are fighting away there and that Cesaro is targeting Corbin. Cesaro had his run-ins with the likes of Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura, two men who entered Monday Night Raw and immediately became major stars in a very short period of time. Cesaro was very jealous. He was frustrated that he was not getting the opportunities that he felt as though he deserved. So he started to target a lot of the newcomers. Corbin better watch out, otherwise Cesaro might actually be targeting him. Big Show now might be looking for the choke slam. Del Rio's trying to get to his feet. Big Show not really allowing and gives him a helping hand now. No, now he had the hand around the throat, but Corbin getting in the way. But Del Rio's going to shut that down. Big Show to the outside. I think he might have landed on Cesaro. Not sure if he'll be able to get up again after that. There's a big chop to the corner. Cesaro is up though and back in the ring, and he'll break up the attempted pinfall there of Del Rio on Baron Corbin. Cesaro now. Oh, uppercut! The European uppercut by Cesaro! The cover! And he got it! Cesaro catches Del Rio with an uppercut, floors him right in the body, and Del Rio had no answers to that. He was out, and Cesaro sneaks away with the win. The Big Show decided to watch on instead of getting in there and breaking it up, as now Corbin's back to his feet. Cesaro, hang on, Corbin, big right hand there to Cesaro. Well, Cesaro was checking on Corbin, a little uncharacteristic of Cesaro, but he got absolutely smacked in the face for his troubles. Corbin not happy that he lost here tonight. We're backstage right now, as we can see on your screen, Bray Wyatt. Oh no, he's entering the locker room again. We saw last week what happened when Bray entered the locker room. It was Samoa Joe who was laid out this time. Oh, hang on, there's Samoa Joe. Speaking of, well, he's going to enter the locker room, is he? Bray Wyatt, he's back his turn. He has no idea what's coming. Well, perhaps Samoa Joe got himself a little bit of revenge. Speaking of Samoa Joe, though, he had a match on Main Event earlier this week against Eric Rowan. Fandango went one-on-one with Heath Slater as well. In our Main Event, Emma went one-on-one with Naomi. So we'll go ahead and check out the results for this week's Main Event. We'll see how they fared. Well, can Joe overcome the entire Wyatt family? No. With the help of the Wyatts, Eric Rowan picks up the win. Heath Slater gets the win over Fandango as well. And it's going to be Emma getting the win over Naomi. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the start of this week's Smackdown. It is going to be Brie Bella going one-on-one with Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks wants to become the next contender for Charlotte's title. We still don't know who will face Charlotte at the Rumble. We're going to find out perhaps in the coming weeks. We have tag team action as Enzo Amore and Big Cass are up against the New Day's Big E and Kofi. Braun Strowman's in action. He's got a tough challenge here tonight. He's going one-on-one with Heath Slater. Not sure Braun will be able to win that one. He's got the entire Wyatt family in his corner again. Of course, Cesaro won that fatal four-way. And Paige went one-on-one with Summer Rae in our main event. Steel Cage Tornado Tag Team match. Ambrose and The Undertaker team up to take on Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Four of the top-tier contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship meet inside a steel cage. That is going to be interesting. As Sasha Banks defeats Brie Bella one-on-one. Tag team action is going to be Enzo and Cass with the win over the New Day. And Strowman defeats Heath Slater. We're backstage right now. Randy Orton getting ready for his matchup. As, oh, hang on, there's Ambrose. They've bumped into each other here. Orton looks as though extending the hand to Ambrose, trying to settle their differences as of late. Ambrose will accept. No, he won't. Ambrose walking away off the handshake, doesn't want any part of it. Well, that is going to be interesting as we're about to see Ambrose in action right now. And the other match that we saw earlier as well, Summer Rae versus Paige. Paige defeated Summer Rae in that match. Unfortunately, with the new layout system of Universe Mode, it's a little tricky to try and showcase the matches. We can't quite simulate every single match and then go to the matches that we want to play. We have to kind of play each match and then get to the other one. So it's a little iffy, a little weird. So that's going to be happening quite a bit in the Universe Mode, so I do apologize. Alrighty, so Dean Ambrose is out here. His partner, the dead man, the Undertaker, making his presence known. Well, the Undertaker's had his problems with Brock Lesnar. He's had his problems specifically with Daniel Bryan. The Undertaker's locked inside a steel cage and has his chance to get his hands on Bryan. Randy Orton will also be there. Of course, Orton and Ambrose, they are bitter rivals right now. Two sets of rivals locked inside a steel cage. What could go wrong? Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. The Undertaker teaming up with Ambrose, and the Undertaker has not been happy at all. Last week, of course, he came out and made a big statement when he hit the tombstone pile driver on Daniel Bryan after Daniel Bryan actually defeated Triple H last week. So the Undertaker wanted to make sure that it wasn't all about Daniel Bryan, and the Undertaker had the last say. Taker wants another match for the world title. Many believe he no longer deserves it. I'm not sure about that. Undertaker is still one of the very best right now on Smackdown. It's just a matter of, can he earn enough victories to get himself back in contention? The first of his opponents tonight, though, will be the Viper, Randy Orton, here on Smackdown. Randy Orton last week getting a victory over Chris Jericho, but it's been his run-ins with Dean Ambrose for the last month that has piqued everyone's interest. Orton defeated Ambrose over a month ago now, and Dean Ambrose managed to secure a victory over Randy Orton just before TLC. Now these two look set to meet again, perhaps at the Royal Rumble. Orton and Ambrose, two bitter rivals, get a chance to settle their differences here tonight. Orton wanted to try and fix the situation earlier tonight when he extended his hand to Ambrose, but Ambrose wanted nothing to do with it. Ambrose still angry. Ambrose still wants revenge. Ambrose still wants to beat up Randy Orton. Of course, Randy Orton swore the big return of Dean Ambrose when he came back to SmackDown over a month ago. Orton defeated Ambrose, humiliated Ambrose. Ambrose went on a losing streak. He blames it all on Randy Orton. And when Ambrose got that win over Randy Orton, it was very sweet, but you can tell he wants yet again another win over Orton. He's not quite done yet. Daniel Bryan and The Undertaker, they've been fighting away for the last couple months themselves, and this situation is far from over between these two. Daniel Bryan, with a win over Triple H last week, has got many believing that he's the rightful opponent for Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Undertaker feels as though he deserves a shot. Orton and Ambrose, I think they're too busy focused on each other to really stand a chance against Brock Lesnar at the Rumble. They're going to need 100%, even more if they can possibly find any more than 100%, because they're going to need it to try and beat Lesnar when he's in this kind of mood as of late. So here we go. This one is underway. The cage is down, and we begin. The first team to have both of their members escape the cage will win this match. The cage can be used as a weapon as much as these guys want, as a fall-away slam by the dead man. But a bit of a chance here before the Rumble to get everyone in a match. Nowhere to hide. Just four guys who are happy to beat each other up in this cage as Ambrose drops off the second onto Daniel Bryan. Undertaker and Orton working way over on the other side of the ring there. So what a match this is. Got the potential to be right here as the Undertaker set in the corner. So far, Orton and Ambrose haven't really gone blow to blow yet as Bryan launches himself at Ambrose with that running elbow. Undertaker working away on Randy Orton, kind of switching opponents right now, switching rivals. Perhaps a strategy. Orton now back to his feet, and a back body drop. Down goes Orton, the Undertaker, getting the upper hand in that situation. And so if Ambrose and the dead man in control here. DDT by Ambrose. Dean Ambrose now. I thought perhaps he's going to climb and try and escape the cage. Instead, he's telling the crowd off. Telling them to shut up. It's an interesting tactic by Ambrose as the Undertaker's trying to escape. Daniel Bryan better get there, and he does, and he yanks down the leg of the Undertaker and gets him off the cage. Bryan now, he's fired up. He wants the Undertaker to get back to his feet, but he realizes that Ambrose on the other side of the ring trying to sneak away as Bryan better get there, and he does. Ambrose nearly snuck out of the ring as he gets sent off nearly to the top of the cage by Bryan. Ambrose nearly pulled off a great tactical maneuver there, but here's the thing. You need to try and escape with your partner at the same time. there will be a handicap situation. If Ambrose escaped right there, the Undertaker would be all alone to deal with both Orton and Bryan at the same time. And dealing with one at one time is very, very difficult. But both at the same time in a handicap match, it's not going to be easy whatsoever. So for Ambrose and the Undertaker right here, they need to try and work something out, get both Orton and Bryan down at the same time and try and escape together. Otherwise, Ambrose, for example, could escape, but the Undertaker's left all the line. Orton now wearing down the Undertaker. Ambrose and Bryan. Bryan hitting an uppercut there onto Dean Ambrose. Now going for that bridging suplex, connecting. So, an interesting start here, back and forth, as Bryan now looks to escape. Thinks about it, takes his time. He's going up now. Bryan getting close. Ambrose coming. No, look out, Daniel. Dean's about to return the favor. Gonna knock right off the top of the cage. Nearly sends him down, and that's trouble for Bryan. Brock Lesnar right now, the World Heavyweight Champion, watching on, wondering what is going to happen next to his championship situation. Won the title from Owens at TLC, beat the living hell out of Kevin Owens, and really applying a lot of pressure on Owens to try and return. And looks as though Owens will not be back anytime soon. And Owens suffering some really bad injuries. We don't know when he'll be back, if he'll be back at all. So now, we need to know who's going to be the next man in line. And looks as though probably Daniel Bryan will be the man. Perhaps the Undertaker as well, forcing a triple threat. As now, Undertaker getting close to climbing out here. Bryan trying to get him off the cage, and he does. Ambrose back to his feet. Orton still on his haunches. Now gets up. As now the rivals finally meet, Ambrose and Orton. Ambrose with a powerbomb to Randy Orton. Bryan with a German suplex to the Undertaker. Ambrose getting close, but Bryan's there again. Ambrose taking off the cage and falls onto his back. Orton back to his feet. Undertaker slowly trying to get up himself. The Undertaker's been through some vicious battles over the last number of months. Hell in a Cell matches, brutal triple threat matches, high stake matches. He's really had to go through some big and tough matches that have really taken a lot out of him. You have to wonder how much he's got left in the tank. Orton nearly escaped there. Undertaker just got there in time as Orton now set off the cage. Everyone's taken a hard fall. Taker's trying to climb out of the cage again. Bryan is right there though, taken now off his feet again. Bryan feels as though perhaps it's his time. As Ambrose is on the turnbuckle, I should say. Ambrose trying to get there, and he does. Bryan was getting close, and now Bryan's about to fall off the cage again. Undertaker now into the turnbuckles. As Orton gets a look at Ambrose, he'll love taking Ambrose off this cage, and he does. So everyone's trying to escape here without really doing enough to probably warrant a reason to try and do so. Undertaker now sending Orton in the corner, looking to try and back it up. He's got Orton perhaps on the top of the rope here. Something big could be planned. Oh boy. What are we about to see from the Undertaker? Undertaker maybe going for a superplex off the top of the rope, and he does. Connects. And Orton is down. Bryan tries to escape now. Realize that the Undertaker was going to take up some time connecting with that superplex. Now the dead man has both Bryan and Orton down. He's going for it. Ambrose, though, he's not. He's just happy to kind of talk some trash. Undertaker's up the top. Undertaker's going to escape. We got the first man out of this match, out of the cage. It's the Undertaker. Oh, Orton connecting with a turnbuckle now. It's now Ambrose in a handicap situation. The Undertaker probably does not care whatsoever about Ambrose's well-being. And Orton gets a chance to get his hands on Ambrose and Ambrose only. Ambrose, he needs to get back to his feet because he's got both men trying to escape at the same time. Who's he going to save? Who's he going to get out? Bryan is going to escape, and Ambrose decides, I want Orton back in here. Oh boy. Off the top of the cage! Orton with a harsh fall off the top, and Ambrose saves the match, and Orton is out of it. Ambrose takes out Randy Orton, who crashes and burns, and now he'll climb up and he will escape. And just like that, Ambrose and The Undertaker win this match. Ambrose, yet again, gets some more revenge over Randy Orton. A nice win there for Ambrose and The Undertaker. Orton taken out off the top of the cage. I'm not sure if he'll be able to walk again tomorrow. A harsh fall indeed, as The Undertaker is back in the ring as he celebrates. And hang on, there's Lesnar. Well, the cage is up. Ambrose is out of here. And Undertaker, well, he's been saying that he wants Lesnar. Lesnar, here he is. Will The Undertaker go after him? Lesnar wants to fight. That's The Undertaker. I think he's coming after him. It's a bold move. The Undertaker and Lesnar, they're about to go at it. Here we go. Taker now. Taker and Lesnar back and forth. Big right hands. Both men coming after one another. Both men want to fight. Lesnar wants to prove to The Undertaker that he does not deserve another shot. And Lesnar, I think, gets the last say in that fight as they are broken up there by our officials. Wow, what a confrontation there between those two men. I think The Undertaker wants Lesnar at the Rumble. Bryan wants Lesnar at the Rumble. Are we about to see a triple threat for the World Championship? Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's episode of Universe Mode. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do hit the subscribe button and also leave a like on this episode. Let's try and get 3 likes. We're going to have a triple threat? Well, let's get 3 likes on this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a comment down below for me. Who do you think is going to win? Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan, or The Undertaker, if there is going to be a triple threat match? I think there may be. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you all next video.